And we are back. Pokemon Ruby, Hardcore Nuzlocke, the run continues. We are making our way to the second gym here in Dewford Town against Brawly and his fighting type Pokemon. Let's dive right in and see if we can survive this episode without losing anybody. Let's do it. Our Dewford Town encounter is going to be the Tentacool. Tentacool is one of the best Pokemon to use in a Nuzlocke. Super fast, fantastic special defense, really good access to Ice Beam and Surf and such. And let's just add her to the roster. For our Granite Cave encounter, it is going to be the little Aaron here, the Steel Rock type. I was praying for a Mawile, as Mawile is one of my favorite Pokemon ever. Probably my favorite Steel type, potentially. I just love the design. I just love the lore behind it. I just love the look of it, having this tiny little Yordle or tiny little Pokemon hiding behind this massive jaws, making it look so terrifying, and the typing is just beautiful, especially once it gets the fairy typing later on in the generations. But we will take Aaron a nice consolation prize, but let's just keep moving forward. And we have arrived at the second gym. And we're going to be taking on Brawly and his two fighting type Pokemon here. Our team's looking pretty good. And I think Ginaza, our Beautifly, is just going to have a really good time against his team. We got the Miracle Seed in case we want to use the Absorb. But really, it's just going to be the super effective Gust coming down. And then Tail is a good option. It's just that defense is really low, so it can fall prey to both of Brawly's Pokemon. Combustion's really good. Does have that fighting type to benefit that double kick if we need. The Ember, Stab Ember's good as well. So really, I think Combustion would be our best second option, but Shroomish is also a good pivot, and then Whismur and Zigzagoon with the normal typing are a little bit scary to throw into the stab fighting types, but I think we'll be fine here. It really is probably just going to be a Beautifly sweep, but just going over the other options at hand. And this run is going really well. We haven't lost to anybody. And let's dive right in and see if we can beat Brawly without losing anybody. So you're going to send out the Machop first, and level 17 looking pretty good. And we're just going to go with Stab Gust. It's not as good as the Wing Attack that potentially the Tailo had. And that actually made me realize this is one of the first times I did not catch a Wingull right out the gate. Because I ended up with the Zigzagoon instead. Got the Zigzagoon there, and that is interesting. I wonder if I missed an encounter early on, because I didn't get the Poochyena either. So was it just the Zigzagoon? And nope, it was the Zigzagoon Wurmple. Never mind, no problem there as we get the second Gust down onto the Machop or the Machop, and it goes down, and now the Makahita, the Ace, and I think we're fine. I think this is just going to be another two Gusts, and the bulk up comes down, and flying, I believe, is special. Nope, flying is physical. So the crazy thing about Gen 3 is that it splits the physical and special attacks by the type and not actually by the attack itself. So I have the little sheet with me here, and for special attacks, Fire, Water, Electric, Grass, Ice, Psychic, Dragon, and Dark. All of those types, whatever move you use, if it's that type, it is a special attack, leaving any other attack to be physical. So any normal or fighting type attack is going to be physical regardless. So it just makes Gen 3 such an interesting case study, because moves that you think would be physical, much like the best example of this is Ice Punch, Fire Punch, and Thunder Punch. All three of those are actually special in Gen 3, not physical, even though they're punching. You're literally punching something. So that's just super interesting. And then also you run into that with like Waterfall. So you would think Waterfall is actually a physical attack, since you're like getting right up in there against your opponent, but really it's just another special attack. Why? Because it's water. So just so many interesting dynamics with that. And yeah, because you got to keep in mind too, if you're a high special attack damage dealer, you don't want to be stuck with physical type moves. So the ghost type being physical in this generation is really tough sometimes. But anyways, that was just a really long tangent, but Brawly goes down without any issues, and we are on to the third gym with Watson and his electric type. So I'm very excited for that. Let's keep this thing going. As always, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it, and I will catch you on the flip. Peace.